because then we're going to have some allowances for our weaknesses, amen? And if we start doing something to help them, who knows, it could show them, hey, you know what, I did forget to do that. Yeah, I need to do that. And it can help them in a positive way to do what we want them to do if we don't constantly put them down. Because I've never seen somebody is always harping on them and just demanding and putting them, I've never seen them say, yeah, I really want to change. We don't do that, do we? No. We rebel. Because we say, nobody's going to tell me what to do. That's just part of our human nature. But when somebody in a nice way shows us that we can do things a little bit better, then we want to do things and we want to please them and we really all want to change and be better, amen? Amen. But it's all in the approach. Maybe you have somebody that you work with and they constantly get under your skin. Does anybody here, if Bobby raises his hand, you guys tell me. He works with me over at the funeral home. But maybe it's somebody at work that always gets under your skin. Start doing something nice for them. You go get a cup of coffee, bring them back a cup of coffee. I noticed you always put cream and 2 sugars in yours, so here, this is for you. You know what it's going to do? It's going to cause them to start looking at you in a whole new light. They're going to think, you know what? I was just rude to them the other day, and why are they being nice to me? Because you see, we win people by loving them. We build relationships by loving each other. And there's no greater investment than what? Relationships. Whether they're work relationships, home relationships, church relationships, we need to not allow somebody's weakness to hinder that relationship. But we need to overlook weaknesses. We need to strive for peace. How many likes peace? Here's what Paul said. He said, if at all possible, live peaceably with all men. I am so glad he said if at all possible. Because some people won't let you live at peace with them, amen? You know what I tell you to do then? Pray for them from a distance, amen? Love them from a distance. If they're not going to let you live at peace with them, then just love them anyhow, pray for them, bless them, but don't get involved in all the strife because God's not a God of strife. Strife brings you down. Strife gets you depressed. Strife causes you to have burdens that you don't need. But the Lord wants us to strive for peace. And sometimes in relationships, you got to make a decision. You have to say, do I want to be right or do I want to have peace? Amen. And most of the time, I'd rather have peace, amen? Because I don't care if it was 59 or 69, I just want peace, amen? Sometimes we get so caught up in the silliest things that takes our peace and brings strife in, and later on we think, what was that all about? You can have a wonderful day, and you can be driving in your car, man, didn't we just have a great dinner? Let's go back to that restaurant again. And wait, do I turn right or left here? I think I turn right. No, you turn left. Well, no, I think I turn. No, you turn left. And then all of a sudden, the wonderful day that you just had turns into a big fight about left or right. Amen? And you're thinking, who cares? If I make a wrong turn, it's okay. We'll just have a little scenic drive tonight. Amen? But sometimes we get so upset about the least little things, and we need to strive for peace. Here's what Solomon says. It's the little foxes that spoil the vine. Sometimes we just have to swallow our pride. Everybody just swallow real big. Sometimes you just got to do that, amen? And say, you know what? It doesn't matter. Because I just want to have peace. Sometimes when you're working with somebody, and they're saying things, and you know that they're doing things wrong, and instead of you just piping in and saying what you, sometimes it's better to just swallow real big and just smile and say, you know what? I'm going to be the peacemaker because Jesus said, I'd be blessed. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Amen? I'm just going to swallow real big and smile, and I'm going to strive for peace because it's not worth it to move over into strife. Because with strife comes all kinds of evil work, holding grudges, bitterness, unforgiveness, and before long you're way over here and you never intended to get there. It was because you allowed a little strife. Instead of swallowing your pride and holding your tongue, Did you know you can bite your tongue for 10 minutes and it still won't bite in two? Amen? Sometimes you just got to bite your tongue and say, I'm not going to say anything, but it's worth it to keep the peace. Amen? We need to be peacemakers. Strive for peace. Value relationships. Respect the people that you're in relationship with, even if they don't respect you. You know what I found? You value what you respect. And if you really value people, and if you really value relationships, you're going to have respect. And vice versa. Everybody here, I guarantee you, values your vehicle that you drove to church in. Whether it's what you want or not. You're still thankful that it gets you from place to place. Amen? There's nobody here that's going to go out and take a hammer and start beating on your car. Why? Because you value that. You respect it. You've invested in it. And the more you invest in relationships, the more you have in it, the more you're going to respect it. Amen? The more you're not going to tear it down. We need to invest in other people. We need to not so easily get bent out of shape. If you get bent out of shape over everything, you need to go to the altar and pray. Amen? If every little thing bothers you, there's something on the inside of you that you need to get rid of. Brother Reuben was talking to me yesterday about studying on the fruit of the Spirit and every day learning to walk in the fruit of the Spirit. And you know, we all need to go to Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and start reading about the 9 fruit of the Spirit and start walking in the fruit of the Spirit, because one of those fruit is patience. And here's